Hello, beautiful awakening souls. Hope you're doing well. Um, I'm going to do a high vibrational video today. I'm really just feeling super inspired. I've been doing a lot of inner work. That's an ongoing job. But I've also been doing a lot of clearing, a lot of healing, and, a lot of work on heart expansion. So, expanding the love energy, the love frequency, the frequency of unity, and the frequency of oneness. And because that's where we're going. That's where we are all going energetically, consciously or unconsciously. But those that are awake, those that are on their spiritual ascension path, and for those who are doing the work, you know what I'm talking about. You know that it is each person's responsibility to do the work on yourself, to do your own inner healing, inner work, so that you can get to a place where you are more in a vibration of love and higher frequency, high vibration. And, our job is to sustain this high vibrational energy. It doesn't mean that you have to be in a fantastic mood every day, because that's not sustainable, first of all. But it's the goal where we're all going, right? But if you can maintain that vibration as much as possible and do things every day that help to boost your vibration, which can be anything from taking a salt bath to listening to high vibration music, dancing, singing, journaling, reading, watching high vibrational videos and listening to high vibrational podcasts, right? Those are all things that you can do every day to help raise your energy, help raise your vibration. And I know that, I have been disconnecting myself from the 3D matrix. I've been doing it for about probably, well, 2 years now for sure. And it's this kind of back and forth, right? You pull away, you focus on yourself, your energy, your healing, and then you get pulled back into the 3D. It's a natural thing to go back and forth because we're still all shifting collectively. But many of us who are doing the work and putting in the time are starting to shift higher and higher and reaching these fifth dimensional energies, even if it's just for a fleeting few moments. And I know that I've been experiencing this more and more. There's moments in my day where I truly feel absolute bliss. And I have days, more of these days now, where I just feel unbelievable. I live in gratitude, and everything around me is just, it's beauty. I'm in awe, and the days just flow, and the people that I meet are beautiful, and everything just kind of falls into place during the day. And so when I hit that level, I know that I'm in a state of flow. I'm in that high vibrational state because everything just falls into place. And, I'm greeted with synchronicities, and um, I experience truly amazing things in my day, right? So, this is what it's all about when you can um, reach that level of energy, right? And ascension energy is, we're always moving up, whether we're conscious or unconscious. But when you're conscious of it, when you make the conscious intention and effort to put that time into yourself every single day, and that is through self love, self care, just really nurturing yourself as much as you can, because you are only responsible for yourself. You cannot fix or change anybody around you. No matter how hard you try, no matter if you think you can, you are not able to change people. You are only responsible for changing yourself. And when you take that responsibility, when you can acknowledge that within yourself, you do the things to help you change and shift. And when you do the shifting and changing internally, you will start to get reflected back to you these changes externally. So I often, when I talk to some people, they're like, don't aren't you feeling stressed, or have you been seeing this, or all of this drama, this negativity? And I'm like, honestly, that is not part of my world. It's not part of my world anymore. I used to be in that state of, fear mongering, drama, everything around is chaos. And it's easy to go back to that, but I'm very selective about where I spend my energy these days. I choose in every moment to put my energy into things that nurture and nourish me, my energy, my being, right? So, no, I do not experience this chaos, this negativity, this drama, this fear. It's not part of my energy field anymore because I've disconnected from that. And this is an energy explanation of what is manifesting physically. So when you shift your mindset, you shift your energy, everything around you reflects that back to you. It's truly a beautiful thing, and I've been working a lot on manifesting and just working on myself. I don't expect anybody to do things for me or to, make me feel happy, because that is looking outside of myself for fulfillment within. That is not how it works. If you truly, truly want to experience love, joy, peace, happiness, and good health, all of that comes from within. It starts inside of you. And it's just taking those first steps and acknowledging that, you say to yourself, I am God. I am light. I am worthy. I am self love. I deserve, all the beautiful things in life. And I am doing things to move in that direction every day. And so every choice, every decision you make in every day, is it moving you closer to that vision or that reality that you want to experience, or is it moving you further away from that experience? And this is becoming conscious. This is what consciousness is. It's about being consciously aware of how you think, how you're feeling, and what you're doing in every moment. And we're still human. We still can choose through free will um, to do whatever it is we want. And we may have a bad day, we may have a good day, we may have an okay day. And there's nothing wrong with that. Even if you make a choice to do something that is not for your highest good, it's okay. It's just part of learning. This is how our souls evolve, right? But every time you have a chance to make a choice, you can just acknowledge and say, will this choice that I make move me further into the life that I am trying to manifest? Or is this choice moving me away from the life that I'm trying to manifest? Is this person in my life helping me move towards my manifestation, or is this person pulling me or blocking me from moving forward, right? And I say blocking, meaning that it's not really their fault that they're blocking you. You always allow a person to come into your life and you allow them to affect you, but that is simply a boundary thing. So if you set very firm boundaries with people and they respect your boundaries, then there is really no issue. But it's the very toxic people, the very dense, toxic, the narcissists that do not respect boundaries. And those are the people that will never change. I hear this all the time from people that have been in very toxic relationships. Oh, if I do this, he'll change. Or if we have a child, he'll change. Or maybe if I do this, things will get better. Okay. they will never change. And you can continue to enable that behavior and toxicity, or you can set boundaries and respect yourself and choose in that moment if you're going to continue to allow that person to perpetuate um, that, that victim mentality, or if you choose to disconnect from that and choose a different path. Again, at the end of the day, it always comes down to free will and free choice. And in any moment, we have the ability to choose what we're thinking, what we're feeling, who we're hanging out with, what we're eating, where we're going, what we're doing. That is a conscious creation of our reality. So if I'm choosing to exercise, meditate, align myself with people who are for my highest good, that are like minded, that have good intentions, that truly support me and accept me for who I am. That I am doing things every day that are supporting me, nourishing me, self love, self care. And then that is the reality that I'm going to experience in my life. And I'm witnessing it more and more every single day. I mean, it's glorious. And I just wanted to share that because this is a high vibration energy that I'm sharing with you. I am sharing this because I want the same for you. Part of being, um, you know, I don't know what the word is because I don't really like to label anything. I'm not a leader, I'm not a guru, I'm not, somebody who knows everything. I am just a person that is choosing higher states of consciousness, that I'm choosing to live on a different timeline. I want to live on the 5D timeline. My path, my timeline is going into the new world where it's really just all going to be about pure love, pure oneness with everybody, and abundance, prosperity, and where everybody is living their true soul purpose, and everybody's equal. There is no one that's better than anybody else. That is the 5D timeline. And collectively, we will all get there. We will get there one day because that is the energy shifting in the collective. It may take 10 years, 20 years, 100 years, who knows? But eventually, the entire collective will be on this timeline. But right now, it's a choice. And there's some of us who are choosing this timeline right now because it's available. It's already available for you, for me, for everybody. It's just whether you choose to move into that direction or if you're choosing to stay in the old paradigm, the old timeline, the lower density, the 3D matrix, whatever you want to call it. If you're still watching the news, if you're still eating garbage food, if you're still in toxic narcissistic relationships, if you're still watching violent movies, if you're still, uh, purchasing material items that are not of a high vibration, that you're buying things that are made from child slavery, that are made from countries that don't treat their employees very well. All of these things, they're all lower density. Um, and this is the choice. This is the choice point. Now, many of you have probably heard about this two Earth split, or world split. That there's two worlds. So energetically, it's already here. Two worlds are already here, and what that means is there's two different realities, energetic frequencies that are here on planet Earth right now. And this is what I talk about, the 5D and the 3D. And those of us who are in the density, unaware, unawake is a great way of describing it, which means that you're just not consciously aware of the truths and the realities of what's unfolding. You're going to just be in the 3D, you're going to be in that, and there's nothing wrong with that. That is where your soul has chosen to remain. You will live and experience that 3D. You will continue to experience life the way that it's been, which is low density, illness, depending on the system, chaos, war, hate, division, all of those lower vibrational energies. Then there's those souls that have awakened. And what that means is you've gone through an awakening. You've awakened to the truth of what is unfolding. You are on a spiritual path. You are on your ascension path. And this is the bridge between the 3D and the 5D, okay? It's the fourth density, but it's really just the place where you have to go through your healing. You go through your healing of your traumas, your wounds. You have to release a lot of limiting beliefs and old baggage that does not serve you anymore. And this is where a lot of the intense work happens, is in this fourth dimensional energy. And I know myself, I've been in this for quite some time, but I'm slowly moving myself along this 4D, and I'm starting to get glimpses of the 5D. I'm experiencing it 5 minutes, 10 minutes, parts of my day, parts of my week. So I can see it, I can feel it, it's tangible. But I still am working through a lot of things that I still need to remove and let go. And this is challenge. This is a challenging phase. Now, and what this means is that you're also letting go. You're letting go of people. You're letting go of jobs. You're letting go of material possessions. You're letting go of your identity. You're letting go of the way that you've always done things. You're letting go of your belief systems. And, that's a difficult thing to go through when you're going through your ego death, when you're going through your dark night of the soul, when you're going through your healing journey, right? But the more that you work on this, the easier it gets. And the more density that you release, the more you move along and your vibration rises. And you get closer and closer to the 5D reality, 5D timeline. It's beautiful, and it's also messy, and it's a roller coaster. Healing is not a linear line, and I repeat this all the time in my podcasts as well, is healing never goes like this. Healing is like this, you know? It's like you come up, you experience bliss, you experience, your highs, and then you're presented with another wound that's now come up to be looked at, to be healed, a trigger, and you dip back down into that. And although it may feel like you're dipping back into the 3D, you're really not. You're just being asked to look at this, to see it, to feel it, and to release it. And then when you go through that, and then your energy rises up again, and every time you come up, you go down, but you don't go down as far as you did maybe over here. But this is what healing is all about. It's up, it's down, it's an ebb and flow, and and it can go on for weeks, months, years. It really depends, because everybody has different traumas and wounds that they need to heal. Some are very, very heavy and may take longer than others. And a lot of it is also connected to your past lives and the karma that you brought into this lifetime. So if you brought in some heavy karma from previous lifetimes, and you've got a lot more to work through. Um, but basically, as you evolve and you grow and you heal, you're moving yourself closer towards that 5D energy. And there's several people that I know that have reached, these levels. These are people that they're like mentors to me. I follow them. I receive guidance from them, and I observe their behavior. I observe their teachings because they have reached such a state of consciousness that they can now provide others with assistance. And, not that I'm placing them on a pedestal because everybody is equal, but it's the consciousness level. And much like myself, what I've gone through, what I've learned, and, the knowledge that I've gained, the higher knowledge that I've learned, um, and the deeper the connection I have with my soul and source, I'm able to share this information to help those who are perhaps at the beginning of their spiritual journey or even in the middle. It doesn't matter. That's just, that's labeling. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that because I'm very inspired to share this information. I feel like I'm being nudged to share this information. I don't have to share it, but I feel in my heart that this is how we all help each other evolve. We all hold each other's hands. And, a quote that I heard from somebody recently, which I absolutely loved, and I forgot her name, but we're really just all walking each other home. And there's something about that that is just so beautiful because in this process, in this life that we're all going through, at the end of the day, we're all just making our way back to our home. And our home is not necessarily a physical place here. Our home is here within ourself, within our heart, which is remembering who we are, connecting back into who we are, knowing that we are God. And when we get back to home, which is oneness, it is truly an amazing place and an amazing feeling because that is ultimately the place of enlightenment where we evolve to a place of, pure love, pure bliss, pure compassion. And there is no duality in this state, regardless of what's happening out in the real world. There is no duality. There is no good and bad. There is no evil versus God. I mean, there is, but labeling it as good and bad is the dualistic energy, right? But if you can understand that God creates everything and everything is perfect, even the bad or what seems to be bad is perfect because we need to have the darkness in order to have a balance with the light and vice versa. We need to have the yin and the yang in order to have a balance. You can't have all light because there's no contrast to that to know and appreciate and be grateful for that. Does that make sense? Um, and energetically, everything is balanced, everything is energy, right? So no different than your physical body, right? Like, I'm just going to bring it now to the physical. When your body's in balance, your body runs perfectly. You feel good, you have great energy, you just live life from your heart space. That is balance. And if you're suffering from an illness or you're having negative emotions or you're experiencing a lot of turmoil in your life, that's an imbalance. That's pointing you to something that is completely out of balance within you, your body, and your energy field and everything. So, in order to live harmony in a harmonious life, we need to have a balance. But we need to have both. And so, much like our ego and our heart or soul, we have both. We are both the light and the dark. We are both the ego and the soul. We are both, light and dark. Each and every person has these qualities, these energies within. But it's when you have an imbalance of these energies where they're, then that is when you're living in those lower states. So recognizing this, acknowledging it, working on it, it all helps to raise your vibration. And I'm just going to end off with one final thing. Nothing outside of you is going to fix you, is going to save you, and is going to help you. And this is a really difficult thing for a lot of people to grasp, okay? There is no savior. There is nobody or nothing outside of you that will help you. Everything that you need is within. Everything that you need, your answers, um, even your own internal medicine, anything you need to know, it's all within. You come with all of that. It's just that you've been disconnected from that part of you and forgot that you are a divine being. So if you can um, acknowledge that you are divine, you are a soul that has incarnated into this physical vessel, that you are a piece of Source, Creator, God, and that you are connected to everything around you, then you can start to go within and you can start to do the work internally and seek your own healing, your own guidance, your own, um, just anything you need is within. Your own power, your own, your intuition, everything. It's all within. And this is part of the awakening. This is remembering that we have all of these gifts within ourselves. And as we move up the ascension path and we raise our vibration, more and more of these gifts that we have within are being presented to us. And this is where intuition comes in as well. And when you start to trust your intuition, you start to trust yourself, and you follow that guidance, you will always be guided on your highest timeline and for your highest good. Anyways, I really wish everybody from the bottom of my heart a beautiful day. Surround yourself with joy. Surround yourself with love. Surround yourself with peace. And, just disconnect yourself from the mainstream news. Disconnect yourself from toxic people. Disconnect yourself from anything that takes away from your healing. And you will start to notice a shift. And it really is a profound, beautiful thing. Thank you so much for listening. Bye for now.